Docker hub that is called as a Docker registry, right? So Docker registry. What is Docker registry?
Access data, then we can pull or push the data.
Huh?
From there we can pull or push the data.
So we can pull and push the data. Now, not data. So it is like you can say images. Okay. So what is the images? Image is a
Object.
it is a copy of the packages or objects. Okay. So you can say that. So this is a what image. Okay. So if you go into the Docker hub, okay, there are different kinds of images are present. Okay. So one is based on the what? So if you go and explore, okay, so here itself it is there. So if you see this one, there is a symbols also there. Okay. So what is that symbols? You can see this is a Docker official image. Okay. So this is a sponsored one. Okay. And also there are another image also. It is verified publishers. Okay. These are the images we have. And also there are different images are there. This is somebody has pushed it. Okay, like us, somebody will be there. So that is one. Okay. So there are different images are there. So more than like you can say 1,000 images are there. I can't say exactly like 1,000 only. It is more than 1,000 images are there. Okay. So now let me download here, for example. Hello. Here. Yes, this is Shweta. Yeah, hi. Okay. Sure. I'll send you. Like if you say if you send me the internship job description, yeah, then I can forward it to our students, so they will directly contact you. Otherwise, I'll send it in our group. It is there, placement group itself. I'll send them. Mhm. Sure. Sure. Mhm. Okay. Sure. Sure. No. Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Sure. No worries. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. I'll just end of the day, I'll send you whatever. Yeah, info@cloudinstitution.com. Cloud institution .com. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Thank you. Ashutosh and you guys are you guys are interested in unpaid internship for cloud engineer only? Huh? Okay, because it takes a time to search for the job also. So instead of that, you can work on the one of the unpaid internship. So they will hire based on the your performance. It is in the company itself. Okay. They will hire you based on your performance. 4 months it will be there.
4 months.
Mm.
After based on
Performance, they will hire you. For this also there is an interview. Okay. So I'll share the whatever it is. So if they call you, just take the call and try to attend the interview. Okay, we'll see what is the things and everything. If you do some kind of internship, that is only like best. Okay, so if you sit quietly for 1 month, 2 months, searching that, so instead of that, you can go with that. So it is office only, I guess. It will be offline.
So and work will be also
Offline. So now, if I search for example, if you search for the Ubuntu, you know what is Ubuntu, right?
Yes.
What is Ubuntu? It is operating system, right?
Yes.
Okay. Voila, here I am Sharath Sheikh Mastan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So where I was here. So you can see that there are different types of like Ubuntu operating systems are there. Okay, so many of them are verified publishers are published to the water. This Docker desktop. Okay, so we can pull anything. For example, if I go into the Ubuntu, that is Docker official image itself. So you can see what all the things are there. So what is the overview of that? Okay, so how it has created. Okay, so you can see this. If you go below everything, you can see the what is the description about that this image. Okay, so next one you can see that there is a public, it was there, right? Need to see the where is a pull. Okay. I go to tags. Okay. If you go to tags, there is an option called Docker pull Ubuntu, right? So I can pull this. Pull means I'm downloading it into my local system to use this Ubuntu operating system. Okay, so how to download, ma'am? So it is just easy. If you don't know anything also, you can just use the Docker pull, whatever the image name. Okay, for example, Ubuntu. If you copy that one also, no worries. You can directly go into Docker Hub and you can copy whatever the image you want and you can pull it. Okay, so enter it. Once I enter, it is downloading. You can see it is downloading it. Yes, right? So once it downloads, I can show you that. So whether the image is created or downloaded or not. Okay, Docker. If I want to see the images, okay, so I can just use the what? Docker images. Docker images. Where is that? Ubuntu. And what it is showing 9 days ago. Why it is showing 9 days ago? It should show me now, right? Because I have downloaded now. Why it is showing that 9 days ago? Okay. Why it shows the 9 days ago means in the Docker Hub, they pushed into the water. This Ubuntu or any like that image, when they pushed, that one only it will show. Okay, it will not show that just now downloaded. Okay, so when it is pushed, or you can say it may also updated that images. So that is the reason it is showing that 9 days ago. Getting?
but in that 6 days.
Which one? Where?
Task push 6 days.
Where you are seeing?
In the tag.
By pin, I have downloaded the different one. So if I download this one, okay, copied. So 𝗙𝗫.
Block.
What block? Which block?
Full of people.
Which full of people? This is your image I didn't download. I just directly go with the Ubuntu. But it will check whichever it is there and it will pull it. Now if I just copy this one and if I download here, it's trying to download. Once it is downloaded, we'll wait. Okay, now you can see again it is showing the 9 days ago, but I don't know why it is showing 6 days ago here. Okay, last pushed 6 days by. Okay, I don't know why it is showing like that. But here it is showing the water. So whatever it is there, so from the last push only, it will give me that update over here. Okay, I didn't change anything. Whatever it is there, I downloaded that one only. So this will show whatever that when it has created and when it pushed that one only, it will give it. Okay. So now let me run this image. Okay. So I just pull the what image. Okay. Just a copy of that packages I pulled it, but not a container is not running now. Okay. So what is the containers? What is containers?
The replica of the image.
It is a replica of the images.
Isolated.
Hmm?
In an isolated.
In an isolated manner. Okay. So now you can see these are the images we have created till now. Those also you can see in the Docker desktop. Also we can see in the CLI also, that terminal. Okay. If you are using the Linux, right, you need to use the CLI. That is the reason you need to understand the Docker commands. Okay. So I can use the Docker desktop to create and everything. That is not a worry. So if you are using the Linux in the cloud platform, so then you have to use the what? This commands. Okay. Getting. So now I need to run this image. Okay. Which image? That is Ubuntu image. Means I want to create the what? The container. How the container will create? What I have done first, I have downloaded the what? From the Docker registry. Okay, from the Docker hub or a Docker registry. What I have done? I have downloaded the what? My one of the image called Ubuntu. So this is an image. Now where it is present? In a container. In a Docker desktop. It is present in Docker desktop, right? Okay. Now, so using this image, what I am trying to create is, I will create the what? Container. Without an image, I can't create the what? Container. With the image only, I can create the what? Container. Understanding? Now let me go and create the container. How to create the container means there is a command called, it's visible, right? So if I want to run the command, if I want to run the container means, or if I want to create a container, just run the what image. So using the Docker run -it, okay, -it image name. So what is image name? Ubuntu, right? Run -it Ubuntu, and you can see that tags also is there. Okay, So if I don't have any tags, it will be shown as a latest. Okay. So if it is having some kind of tags, I need to mention the tags. If it is latest, you don't need to mention. Okay. So if you have any kind of tags, you need to mention the tag name also. Why we are using the tags means, for example, we have a Ubuntu and Ubuntu two different, right? Okay. Now it is having a what rolling. This is having a latest. If you don't have a tags, it will get override with this one. Okay. So to differentiate the what images, we use the what tags. Okay. Got it? Okay. So now enter it. So now I will be in the container. You can see that what it is showing, root user. So then where I am now? I'm in the Ubuntu container. I'm in the where? Ubuntu container. Where? So Ubuntu container, now you can do anything in this. Okay, so if you see pwd. So where I'm in the root user, ls. So these are the things are present in this Ubuntu. Okay, I can download also. How to download? First, you need to update this one. App get update. First, you need to update this one. Then we can install the packages inside this Ubuntu. Okay, so first install the what? The first update it, and then we can install apt get install httpd. I don't know whether it will be httpd itself. Okay, so let me see docker -y. Okay, if it is not, it is showing that replace with the wm docker. Docker is not the one. You just replace with the what? Yeah, docker it is mentioning. Because I don't know what is the exact command. Okay, now it is going to install the what? Docker inside this. It's going to install the Docker now. So did I do any kind of Ubuntu virtual box? No, right? Then what I have done? I created the what? Container, right? So this is my container. It's still running. If you want to see, you can see over here. Okay, containers. So this is the container. It is running. Which image? Ubuntu rolling. Okay, so what is it's taking, what all the CPU it is taking, and when it is created, so it will show. And what is the name of that? Means if I don't give any name for that container, it will create automatically one or default name it will create. Okay, so this is a container ID. Okay, this is a container ID. Understanding? Okay, so now I didn't go over the virtual box. Only I made a container. That is about the what? Virtual. That is Ubuntu container I'm using, right? In that I can do whatever the Ubuntu or what commands are there. So I'm using that itself. Okay. The Docker is mainly focusing on, it is making a lightweight application. Okay. It will make a lightweight application for you. So it is lightweight only, right? Getting. So now what do you understand by this containerization and hypervisor? Okay. So if you go with the hypervisor, what is this hypervisor means? So you will be having OS. This is your OS, that is host OS. Right? If I want, if there is an applications are there, okay? Different applications are there. Or think that only one application is there. Your one application is there. Okay. So it might be using any kind of languages to create that application. Okay. So now this application has to be tested in each and every operating system, right? So one is Linux, one is Ubuntu, another one is Mac, another one is any other? Huh? Windows. Okay. Windows. So Linux, Ubuntu, Mac, and Windows. Okay, these are the. So on this top of what I have done means, if I want these all operating system means, what I have to do, I have to use the what? Virtual box or a virtual machine, you can say. Okay. Instead of virtual machine, I'll use the what? Virtual box. So in that virtual box, I install the what? Linux operating system, Ubuntu, and what? Mac, Windows. So what I'll do, I'll test each and means I need to install all the whatever the extension in the Linux and Ubuntu and Mac and Windows. These all things are going on. Okay. So when it comes to like isolation, it's very good compared to what? Dockerization means containerization or a Docker. Okay. But when it comes to integration part, so integration means before the water, you can say before the deploying purpose. Okay, if you go with the deployment, so it will come with a what? Some kind of integration. Before it has to be tested each and everything. Okay, so in the pre-production of everything. Okay, so now integration means like kind of deploying means it is process of the deployment process. That is called as a what? Integration process. Now, integration is a difficult, or you can say, so how it will be means in each and every system, I need to install. Here it is in my local system because I'm working in my host OS, right? It is in my host OS. If I am deploying in the server means I need to install again each and every operating system, and again I need to test it whether it is properly working or not. Yes or right? Sorry, yes or no? So then the integration is difficult, right? And also this utilizes the more CPU. Yes, right? So that is the reason your system may become the water slow. Getting? So these are the water disadvantages of the water hypervisation or hypervisor. This is called as a what? Hypervisor. Got my point? This is called as a hypervisor. So next comes to the what? Containerization. How the containerization works means just like on the host OS, you will be having a Docker desktop or a Docker client. Okay, this is your host OS. On this host OS, you will be having a what? Docker desktop or a Docker client. Okay. So what you will do, you will create a what? For this application, you will create a one container. If you have a multiple application also, I can create a what? Containers. Okay, container 1, container 2, container 3, container 4. So here also there is isolation is there. That is not like isolation compared to the water. So you can say from the hypervisation, so containerization is little bit less isolated. Okay, but when it comes to the integration part, it's very easy. I can take this container and I can deploy it. I don't need to install again the Linux, whatever the things are already done. Okay. So here already I can take that container and I can deploy it. So that is the reason the integration part is very easy compared to the what? Hypervisation or a hypervisor. Okay. Getting. So and also if it is making a lightweight application, it will not take the CPU much. Right. Getting. So that's the reason it doesn't make your system to be a slow. Got it? So these are the advantages of the containerization. Okay, so this is the containerization method. Okay, so you hope you guys understood what is a containerization and the hypervisor. Got it? Sharat and Ian.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. And who is the Sheikh Mastan?
Yeah, ma'am.
Understood?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now, if you guys understood, then it's very, we will go with the next part. Here you understood how to pull and how to run that?
Yes.
Sure. What is your batch name? To pull the image from Docker Hub. Docker pull image name. Okay. If there is a tag name also, you have to use the tag name. Okay. Now, example is Docker pull Ubuntu. And if it's having a tag name, you will use the tag name. Okay. Rolling. Next one. To see the images. Okay. Docker images. Next, to run the image, or to create the container. Okay, so Docker run -it image name tag. Docker run sample. Docker run -it Ubuntu rolling. Can I make this one bold? Okay. not control B.
Update.
Huh?
Update.
Update.
Update. App update.
Hey, 2000.
App update. We have done.
That is inside the container. So apt get update apt get install package name. -y. So example. WM. Okay. Huh? Okay. So next. Now, so if it is still running, right? So if I want to come out of this, what container means, use the control C or a control Z, I guess. Control Q. I think it's working. Q X. Okay. Otherwise, use the exit. It is not working. Control C. Use the control C. Okay. So if you want to come out of the this container means, so use the control C. Control plus C. Okay. If it is not working, control plus C, use the control plus Q or a control plus Z. Okay. Anything is. So otherwise, if that all also not working, give the exit. Means EXIT. Exit. You have to give that. Then it will come out of that. Okay. Fine. So now, if I want to give the name for this container, how to give the container name? It is giving the name boring Chatterjee something it is giving, right? It is giving some different names for every container. I can create a multiple containers, right? If you see, I am creating another container. You can see that. So another container is created. Affectionate something it has created. But now I want to create a water. Okay, so if I want to give the name for that, what containers, how to give that name? Okay, so just use the word docker run -it. Okay, so hyphen name I have to give. Okay, hyphen name, and name can be anything. For example, I'm giving it as a demo. Okay, and Ubuntu image name I have to give, and rolling. You can see, right? So it is created according to our. So if I want to give the what name for container, each name, and tag. Example. Okay, we are done. Where is your lab? Huh? Friend, taken. Well, this class. You don't have a class. You don't have class. Huh? Done? So next one, if I want to delete the what container, or if I want to see all the containers which are running, which are not running. Okay. So using the command line, that is terminal. So how can we see that one? So if I want to see all the containers which are running or which are not running, okay. So at that time, you have to use the Docker ps-a. So if you use the -a, which helps us to see all the containers which are running and which are not running. Now it is still running. You can see that up to 3 minutes, up to 4 minutes, up to 21 minutes. They are still running. Okay, they are not exited. Okay, so these are still running. If I want to see only running means you can just use the word Docker ps only. -a is used for to see the stop containers and also running containers. Both we can see using the -a. If I use the only ps, it will show only the running containers. Okay, it will show the only running containers. To see the containers. Docker ps-a. This helps us to see all the containers. Okay, so Docker ps. This helps us to see the running containers. Okay. Next, if I want to delete the containers, okay, so I can't directly delete the what images. Okay, so because the containers is already running for that particular images, you can see that is Ubuntu rolling. So for example, if I am trying to remove the image, so how to delete the image means RMI. I have to use the what RMI, Docker RMI, and image name. What is the image name? Ubuntu, right? So now you can see that it won't be deleting. Ubuntu rolling. So what it is showing? Error response from the daemon conflict. Okay, unable to delete Ubuntu rolling. Must be forced. We can forcibly delete it. But the container is running with using this image. Okay, using this image, the container is running. We have to delete that container, then we can delete the image. Okay, so let me delete that first. Docker rm. Okay, container IDs. Okay, so container ID or container name. So anything is fine. So let me run the what container ID. Okay. So I stopped it, right? We stop it, and stop it. We want to stop the container from the Docker command line. So use the Docker stop. Okay, Docker stop container ID. Getting? So this is the container ID, right? Just using container ID, it will stop. Okay, now I'll delete this one. So it has got deleted. Now you can see it is not there. And also remaining container also using the what Ubuntu rolling only. I need to remove all those things. So instead of going with all one by one, so is there any kind of going with the all star? Okay, RM star. Should I use? Okay. Error is there. Then what we have to do? Okay, at that time, so we have to use the what? Docker prune. Docker system prune. Okay. If I use this one, which helps us to delete all the images and the containers. And also all the whatever the volumes are there, something like that, it will remove everything. If you use the Docker system prune, which helps us to delete the what containers and the images. Okay. So now I need to give the yes, then it will delete all these things. Okay. Fine. Now you can see that no images are there. Some of the images are there. Okay, let it be. Containers, now I have deleted. It is not deleting. Okay, fine, no worries. So what we can do is like we can delete it manually also. RM. Hi. Okay, can I use the star? Yeah. Okay, now Ubuntu. RMI. Let me use the prune whether it can work or not. Okay, so this is how we can delete the images. Until and unless the container is not deleted, we can't delete the what? Images. Okay, to delete the container, Docker RM. Okay, container ID or container name. Comma. Docker RM example. Okay, you can use the whatever the things ID. So example I don't here. To delete the image. Okay. Docker RI. Okay, RI image ID or name. Image. Okay. Clear, got it? Clear, any doubts? Not. Others? Ayan, Sharat, Sheikh Mastan.
No, ma'am.
No. Others?
Ma'am, in containers, we can change existing name.
No, we can't.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So we can only, while running only, we can give it. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Next. Anybody having questions, others? Okay. Tomorrow we'll see the some of the keywords. Okay. So what are the keywords and why we are using those keywords? Okay. Fine. Why you are laughing? Simply.